What's going on, folks? I'm doing some side tutoring with the student and figured...
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Dude, what happened? Can you still see my computer screen?
Yes.
I don't know why I'm the only person in the conference then. Alright, what's going on, folks? I have no idea why I'm the only person in the conference because there's two other people here. But anyway, check this out. I'm doing some one-on-one tutoring with the student, and I figured I'd just record it so that way maybe everyone can benefit from our... from our session today. So, what we're trying to do is we've got a few equations, and I'm telling you how I've been telling you about how I don't like pulling equations right out of thin air. I like understanding where they all come from, and so I'm going to go over kind of the different equations and when to use them. So the first one is this m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And really this comes from slope equals rise over run. That's really all it is. And you want to use it when you want to find the slope and you have the xy coordinates of two different points. Now, I might not obviously give you the two different points and make it easy for you. What I might do is I might say, okay, here's a graph, find the slope. And what you have to do is you have to identify two separate points on that graph, an x1 comma y1 and a x2 comma y2. And you just take these numbers and plug them straight into this equation right here. Got it? Genesis?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Also, I might be give you something like this. I might give you like f of 5 equals 10 or something like that. All right? And if I gave you something like that, then you would need to be able to extrapolate to understand, oh, he actually did give us a point in code, in secret. Because this is saying, usually it's f of x, right, equals y. So this is saying, hey, when x is equal to 5, y is equal to 10. That's what it's saying. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So really, I did give you a coordinate right there. You know what I mean? I didn't straight ahead tell you it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's one equation. The next equation would be let's go with the brand new one I just taught you. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay. Use when you want to find equation for a line and you have a slope, or the slope, and at least one point. And when I say point, I mean x and y coordinates that are tied along with that point as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What's going on, Diamond? Can you hear my voice? Is Diamond in? Okay, cool. Hey, Diamond, if you want, you can join us on the chat and you can join us on the chat and turn on your microphone. Sophia, I don't know if you can even hear us, but if you want, you can turn on your microphone and that'll be fine. I got Genesis on the speakerphone over here. Sophia, if you want to jump in on this action as well, you can, and that way we have 3 people talking and whatnot. Okay, so you use this equation when you have at least one point, the slope, when you're given the slope or you calculated the slope already, and you want to have an x1 and a y1 coordinates. So that would be the coordinates of your one point that you have. Got it? And then what you'll do is you'll take that information, plug it into this equation, so you have like y minus, let's say 10 equals 2x minus 5 or something like that. I'm just making this up. Okay? But I would plug the x coordinate into here and the y coordinate into here and the m that I calculated into here. And then my equation would end up being something like this. Y minus 10 equals 2x minus 10. And so y equals 2x. So this would be my equation for the line, because I like having y all by itself when I get the equation for the line. I think the only difficult part about this, once you get it into this form, is distributing the m when you multiply, and then adding that y1 over to the right-hand side. Cool? Now the third equation is the y equals mx plus b. And this is pretty much the standard form across the board. The m is your slope, and your b is your intercept. You'll use this equation when you have the slope or the intercept, or you'll even use this equation when you plug it into this equation, and then whenever we solve for y all by itself and it's a linear equation, it always ends up in this form, y equals mx plus b. Warning though, it might not always look exactly like that. For example, y equals 2x. In this case, b was just 0. We cool? Hey, it looks like we've got a few people jumping in on our tutoring session. All I'm doing is Genesis called and she said that she wants some extra tutoring, and so I figured I'd help her out. But everyone is invited. In fact, you want to turn on your microphones. You guys can talk in this class, and yeah, I'm just kind of opening myself up to helping people out. And then what I'll try to do is I'll try to upload this to YouTube so everyone in the class can benefit from this. All right. Does anyone else have any other questions then? I think that's pretty much all the equations I've given you. Genesis, did you need any help? Because if not, I'm going to mark you off as like, okay, helped her out. But I'm going to ignore all those emails.
For like the recent work we had, the Algebra 1 review,
yeah.
Like, I was wondering, like, how do you do question number 1? Like, to compute the slopes with the linear function?
Alright, I'll tell you what. I will do... let's go into that. Whoa, what's that?
Sorry, that's my dog.
Alright. Hey, Genesis, Alani, can you folks... Or, Diamond and Alani, you guys can hear me? Or girls. Alright. Did you have any questions, or did you just want to watch? I don't know if Sophia can hear me. Alright, let's see. Which one is this? You're looking for which one? Oh, Algebra 1 review? This one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Genesis?
Yeah, that's the one I'm having a hard time too.
Okay. Alright, Diamond, type up your question. I'm going to see what we can do with this one. It could be that I screwed it up. That's always a possibility. Okay. The price of P of buying X apples at the cost of $1.50 per pound. All right. The way I kind of think about that is, if I were to graph this thing, okay, and if I were to have like 1 pound, how much would it cost me? Genesis, I'm asking you. Oh, Diamond said it too. $1.50. Cool. If I bought 2 pounds, how much would it cost me? $3. Perfect. If I bought 3 pounds, $4.50. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So really, I mean, we could do a few things. All right. We could do it the hard way. Oh no, it's right. Diamond, I'm asking either of you, Genesis or Diamond or Aulani. So respond anyway. But we can do a few things. We can say, all right, let's do this. Let's say if x equals 1, actually we'll make a table. If x equals 1, then y, actually, you know what, I should not call it x and y, I should maybe call it LBS and P. because this will be pounds and price. So 1 pound, $1.50. 2 pounds, $3. 3 pounds, $4.50. Cool?
Yes.
All right. And then what I could do is I could take 2 points, any of these 2 points, this one and this one, or this one and this one, it doesn't matter. Any of those 2 points and plug them into my slope formula and then calculate out the slope. The m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Here, let's do that real quick. Let's choose. I'm going to make it hard. Why don't we just choose this one as the first equation, and this one as the second one. So here's my second point, and here's my first point. M equals 450. That's the y2 minus $1.50. Got it? Divided by 3 minus 1. It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Any confusion?
No.
Okay. Then I'm looking at $3 or 3 over 2, which is known as $1.50. Or m equals 3/2. Are we cool?
Yeah.
But this is way easier than that, because you could have told me it was $1.50 at the very beginning of the problem, because I told you the cost per pound was $1.50. And if you think about it, how far up do you have to go for every 1 pound you go across? How far do you have? You have to rise 1.5. You have to rise $1.50 for every one you go across. $1.50 for every one you go across, right?
Yeah.
So I actually gave you the answer without. I think you just plug in $1.50 in here. Yeah, or 1.5. Okay. What about number 2? The layout is confusing me. Okay, so what I was saying, Diamond, and I don't know if you missed it or made it or whatever, but what did I ask you to do? Did I ask you just calculate the slope for me? Oh, yeah. Compute the slopes of the following linear equations. So find the slope for me. Okay. So, I might not always give you. Okay. You use this equation whenever you have the coordinates of 2 separate points. But and so if you have an xy for one point and an xy for another point, you can use this equation. Got it? But I might not always make it obvious as to just tell you what those 2 points are. I think that's too easy. It's not necessarily just too easy and I want to make things hard for you. It's just that the world doesn't work like that. It doesn't serve everything for you on a silver platter. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to come up with an idea. For example, if I told you, oh, f of 5 equals 10, what I'm really saying is I am giving you the x and y. Because usually we have this equation, f of x equals y, right? Yes, Genesis? Yes, Diane? Okay. And what I'm saying here is if x equals 5, then y equals 10. So I did give you the x and y coordinates, even though it wasn't, like directly like here's the x and y coordinates on the platter. All you got to do is plug into the equation. I want you to think a little bit and say, oh, yeah, I get it. So when he wrote it down like this, I'm giving you the x and y coordinates. It's 3, 5 and 8, negative 10. You figure it out from there. I mean, same goes here. I didn't actually give you the x and y coordinates, but all you need to do is choose 2 points on here where the graph crosses very nicely, and you can read the x and y coordinates very easily. So I'd probably choose this as one of my points, 100, 1,000. And I'd probably choose this one as the other point.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much the whole thing about slope. I think that those are the 3 equations that we covered. I can't think of another equation that we need to cover. Number 3 would be negative 1.5. I don't know for sure what the number is, but Alani, looking at the graph, I could definitely say that it's negative. I'm down with agreeing with that because it's going down. I mean, it's like a roller coaster that you're riding down. You can calculate out the slope, and I mean, I don't know. I could look up the answer right now, but I figured I don't want to give you too many points. I would not that I don't want to give you too many points. It's just I don't want to give you too many freebies. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Genesis, Diamond, Alani?
I think I'm good.
I seem to pick up the wrong. I picked the wrong points for some reason to plug into the slope equation. Okay. Diamond. Diamond's saying that she seems to not really know which points to choose. And I'll tell you kind of a hint for choosing the 2 points. My hint is this. I should be giving you a good amount of buffer so that way you can put an answer in without really worrying about. I mean, you can put an answer in without being super duper accurate because each person is probably going to calculate a slightly different number. But what I'm going to say is that the best way to choose the points is a lot of people like to choose just like where it crosses the y-intercept and the x-intercept and that kind of stuff. But I tend to choose points as to where they cross nicely between two, grid lines. And in this one, if you can see the computer screen close enough, it looks like this point where it's at 50,6.35 is a really nice point where it crosses. And I want to choose another point that's kind of far away. It looks like 400,6.1 is also really nice. So those would be my 2 points that I would choose. You tend to get less accurate if you choose points that are close to each other, by the way. But I should have I put in the thing so that way when you put in your answer, it does give you a little bit of a play. Yeah. And by the way, it didn't look to me, Alani, that like the answer was 1.5 for question 4. I agree with you that it was negative. I don't think it's 1.5 though. I'll tell you what. Why don't we solve that one real quick, and then I'll leave. It sounds like you folks are pretty much done. Why don't we solve that one? Give me the 2 coordinates of. Give me 2 points that you want to try to use. Genesis, you can jump in on this too.
How about 0 and 2,500?
0 and 2,500. I love it. All right, let's do that one. We'll call this point 1. 0, 2,500. Okay. All right. What's another point? Diamond is saying 100 and 1,000. Got it. 100 and 1,000. Got it. All right. And now here's what I want you to do. Diamond and Aulani, I want you to use this as your point 1. So this is x1 and this is y1, and then this will be point 2. So this is x2 and this is y2. Genesis, I want you to do something funky. I want you to use this as point 2 and this one as point 1.
Okay.
Got it? So if it's asking you for y2, you plug in 2,500. For Diamond and Aulani, I want you to do switch. I want to see if your answers are the same, or if they're different, or what the difference in the answer is going to be.
So point 2 would actually be like x1 and y1?
Yeah, this will be your x1, y1, and x2, y2. So you plug it into this equation. When you get your answer, please let me know. Okay. Diamond says negative 15. What does Genesis say?
Oh, I'm still working on it.
Okay, Genesis is working on it. Alani, did you get an answer? That's fair. Work away. Because Diamond doesn't necessarily know if she's right. Ugh. Come on in, Willa. Willa needs help with algebra. I'm helping people out with algebra right now.
Should I go online?
Yeah, go grab... No, just grab your computer. Come on in.
I got negative 15.
All right, you get negative 15 as well?
Yeah.
Even though you had the points switched?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy because Diamond and Aulani both got negative 15. So whether or not you chose this is point 1 and this is point 2 or vice versa, it gives you the same answer. The reason being is because the math actually ends up working itself out in the end. What ends up happening, the reason why, is because it's this property of like the double negative kind of deal. I'm just kind of exploring this as something that's interesting. What happens if you accidentally chose, a different point 1 and point 2 than somebody else? And the answer is it should still have the same slope. It should still work out. Assuming, of course, it's a line that we're actually dealing with. And the reason being is because it's going to end up being something like, for one student, it's going to have a positive divided by a positive, right? And then for another student, it's going to have like a negative divided by a negative. And so this both gives you positive and positive. So they give you the same answer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you accidentally switch them, if you accidentally switch them and you call this point 2 and this point 1, then what you're doing is you're almost making like 2 mistakes to make it, and it makes it right. So anyway, it's like two negatives make us a positive, even though 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? What's going on, Maria? You came and joined us. We're getting quite a jam session here. All right. Genesis, if you're good, if anyone wants to leave, feel free to leave. If you folks want to stay, I just opened up a tutoring session, and it's kind of expanded, and I'm helping people out. And I went over the different equations and how to use them. Genesis, if you feel like you're good, you can leave if you want, or you can keep on and ask questions. It's up to you, or you can just kind of hang out and watch. Diamond, Alani, same with you. If you folks want to hang. If you guys want to leave, go for it as well.
I'll hang out for a little bit.
Okay. Willa's here as well, and
Hi.
Willa wants some help, and so I'm going to jump in on that as well. And while you're doing this, I'm actually making I'm literally sitting down and making the answer key for chapter 2 or review 2 homework. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So I'm going to ask this for the newcomers, since it feels like I covered everything for everybody else. For the people who needed the tutoring, for the newcomers, what's up? Did you need something? Did you want help or what?
I was just really behind because I kind of stopped doing stuff because I don't get it.
You're really behind because you kind of stopped doing stuff. You don't get it. All right.
I'm doing function 2.
Oh, you're in Funk 2. Okay.
What are we supposed to be on?
We finished Funk 2, we finished Funk 3, and we're pretty much done with Algebra 1 review. So that's a few assignments that you need to catch up on. Did you watch the archives?
Yeah.
Okay, you watch all the archives, and you've been attending classes?
I did not attend the last one.
You didn't attend class, but you watched the archive.
Mhm.
Okay, but you need help.
Yeah.
All right, let's jam it. Okay, wait. Let me write this information down. I'm going to look at online people real quick. Hold on. 2.3, 2.5, 2.8, 2.9.
I have to leave at 1, but tomorrow I can be here like almost all day.
Okay.
Is that okay?
So let's do this. Tomorrow I'm super busy, but I'll see what I can do. All right.
Do I have class tomorrow?
Yeah, you can jump in on a class. That's
Yeah.
fine. All right. Maria is saying I'm a little confused on the algebra assignment 1.3 question 8. All right, let's take a look at that. So, all right, I don't have question numbers on it. Which one is it? Maria. Oh, number 6. Okay, got it. Oh, this isn't a question at all. It's just text. It's. In fact, I even typed in the instructions. I said, use the above information to answer the following questions. So, all it is just like the instructions at the beginning, and then the questions to follow it. Those are the questions that refer to question 6. Oh, okay. So let's see. All right. Oh, the one above it. Okay, all right. What is the slope of S? All right, I got it. Okay, so let's see. Let me kind of read this a little bit. All right. Tammy likes to swim laps at a big-sized pool. For workouts, she swims 10 laps. It takes her 20 minutes. All right. Okay. Represents the number. All right. So Tammy must swim at the school's pool, and she can swim, which is half the length of the size of the thing. Okay. So, how many? I guess my question is. Wait, Maria, am I not doing the right one? Diamond, are you confused on this one right here? Okay, did you want me to do number 4? Is that what you wanted? Okay, Diamond wants that. Oh, and Maria wants 2 questions before that. Oh, so you want number 2 up here? Huh. I don't have a question. See, all it says for me is question, so it doesn't tell me which question is 8. All right, well, let me talk about this with Diamond first. Diamond, I have a question for you. How many laps can Tammy swim in 20 minutes inside the school pool? She can swim. What is it? She can swim 10 laps in the big pool, the one that's twice as big. How many laps? She can swim 20 laps. Absolutely, of course, right? Duh. And how long will it take her? No, it won't take her 10 minutes. It will still take her 20 minutes, right? Right. But she's doing 20 laps as opposed to just 10 laps. So, it's how many laps per minute? I guess that's my question. All right, Maria, let's work on your problem. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, Maria, let's work on your problem. Which one are you talking about? You can see it. Is it this one right here, 6A? Oh, 6C. Okay, all right. The units of A is most likely days. We're more interested in what happens over a long period of time. What is your slope if you represent it in years instead of days? How does this change the meaning and context? All right, so all I want you to do is represent it in years, not days. So let's see. The slope of this is something divided by something else, right? So like, I don't know, I'm going to make it up. I don't know what the slope that you would calculate out for question 6 is, but let's say it's like point, or like, let's say it's 1 over 1,000 or something like that. And this would be megabytes per day or something. Got it? Okay. And I don't know if that's the answer, I just made it up. So then what I'm going to do is I want to convert that to megabytes per year instead. So I know that there are 365 days in 1 year. This days will cancel out with this days, and what I'm doing is I'll just multiply 1 times 365 divided by 1,000. And that's my megabytes per year. So I think you just take the answer from the previous question and multiply it by 365. Done! Alright, Willa, what's going on?
I'm doing the quiz for function 2. There's only 2 questions.
Okay.
I think. I'm good with like graphs and how to interpret them and everything. I'm not good at domain and range like that.
Let me go answer this student. That's your question about 1. Oh. Sure. I'm in a tutoring session regarding that. All right, well, what's going on? Did you want to just finish your work here? Or do you want to get some extra help, or what's up?
Whatever.
Well, actually, here's my question. I feel like I answered Diamond's question. I feel like I answered Maria's question. Francis, did you have a question? We're helping everyone out here. All right, it sounds like Genesis is out. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about Genesis. You don't need to hang out if you don't want to. If you want to get your stuff done. All right. Francis, did you have a question? Can you hear me? All right, what was your question? What's up, Willa?
What are they on?
They're on 1.3. Oh, she thinks she's all right. Okay. Why is your arm all dirty?
Oh, I was carrying my board.
Oh, cool. What's up, Jenna? All right, Jenna, you can turn on your microphone. Anyone can turn on their microphone, by the way. I don't know why nobody's doing it. All right, Jenna, man, we actually, I pretty much did your section 1.3 homework for you. I did like 4 of the 8 problems or something like that. Don't worry, I'm recording this, so if you really have any questions about it, then if we already finished it, then if I already covered it, then I'll post the thing and you can check it out. I'm sorry, Alana, I have to read. All right, here we go. Alani. Oh. Alana. I'm sorry, Alana. I'm sorry. It's Alana. Got it. I was wondering, what are you typing? I don't understand. Because I was asking like a question, and you're like, it's Alana. And I was like, that's not the answer at all. But you were correcting me with your name. I get it. Sorry. I'm apologizing. I don't even know if you're still listening. She's like, it's Alana! Alana! Alright. Willa, did you want me to just straight up teach you some stuff?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
Well, I figured I was just gonna do my work, and if I got stumped, I would ask.
That's a good idea. Why don't we do it that way then?
Okay.
Alright. Alright. Jenna, ask me a question. You said you were having trouble with it. Number 8 of 1.3. All right, I'll tell you what. I didn't actually calculate it out. I told whatchamacallit how I would solve it. Is it this question right here? All right. What did we get for the slope? Did you get that for the slope? Then I would imagine you just take that number and multiply it by 365. Did I multiply it wrong? Let's see, what was it? It was negative 0.000017. All right, here we go. Let's try it. Negative 0.0007 times 365. 25555. And I wrote down that. I think maybe it's because I use more digits than just regular that. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just do this. All right, there. What I did was, okay. Jenna, what I did was I probably kept more significant figures than that, and I didn't give you the right. I didn't give you the a good amount of like margin of error for that, so I changed it so it should work now. Let me save it, and then you can retake the test, and then you'll do fine on that. Is that the only question you had? So I guess the reason why you folks are getting the answers wrong is because I put that answer in wrong. I'm sorry. All right, ask away. Question 6. All right, let's see. What is question 6? All right, if I preview it, then I can actually look at the thing. Oh, this one right here? Okay. 10, it's 10 over 20. No, it's not 10 over 20. Oh, I don't think it's 20. It's not 10 over 20. I think that the answer for this one is 10 over 20. For question 4, that's 10 over 20. Yeah. Yeah, so the answer for question number 4 is 10 over 20. But then the answer for question number 8, or number 6, is Well, I guess what I asked Diamond. Diamond, I'll tell you what. Can you explain question 6 to? Now this tutoring session has become a time where we basically share answers. I'd rather not just have you folks like spit across answers and say, is it this, and actually tell you what the answers are. What I'd rather you guys do is ask questions so I can answer them, as opposed to me confirming the answers for you. No, don't worry about it. All right. Diamond, could you explain to Jenna why, or what the answer for number 6 is? All right, cool. Willa, we good? Huh?
I don't get it. I got it wrong, so I'm taking it again, but this one.
Went to climb the hill behind his house and found it slowly walked down quickly.
I thought it was
I think it's C though. I'll tell you what, let's do
back down. Oh, wait.
let's do process of elimination.
Slowly up the hill, so that's fast. It's not that one.
Right. Oh, okay. So Jenna.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I don't think the person came back to the house. So it must have been like a hill that was like they ran down the other side of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't your hair blue last time?
It is blue.
Oh, it's darker blue though.
It was green last time.
It was what?
Green.
You re-dyed it?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
Over the weekend.
Because your hands are still blue.
I know.
Alright. Yeah, Jenna, you're right. It's 20 laps. So in 20 minutes, it's 20 laps. Yeah. Did you put that answer in? Jenna, did you put in 1? Let me see. Did it not work? Let's try it. Yeah, that's the right answer. All right. Hey, folks. I think that's pretty good. If you folks need any more help, why don't you let me know? All right, good. It seems like everyone's good then. Will, I can work with you one-on-one. Got it? All right. Talk to you later. Okay, bye.